It is now time for Hello, Mr. President. It's a segment that's dedicated solely to you and issues you're facing within your community. If you have not yet done so, just take out your phone and record an up to 1-minute video. Send that video of the challenges you're facing to us. Let us know exactly what's going on, whether your roads are bad, your schools are under-resourced, you have hospitals that are not fit to serve your community. We want to know all of it because we care about your personal development as a Ghanaian. Send that video to us via the email helloMrPresidentTV@gmail.com or that WhatsApp line where you're looking at 0550-585832. And every Wednesday at 9:30, we'll show those videos and call on to policymakers to do right by you. This week, we'll be sticking to the Shama district in the Western region. We'll take a look at a video we received last week and then talk about it.
Hi, Mr. President. This is a road leading to Nyankrom, and the state of the road is very bad, especially during rainy season. And as we all know, we are in the rainy season and the state of the road is very, very bad. Students and workers, there's the teachers too, passing here, we find it a bit difficult to pass through, especially this zone. When it's raining in the morning, you cannot pass. It's either you stain your dress or less. Some people even fell in it sometimes. So we are pleading and appealing to the district to give a helping hand. We will be grateful. Hi, Mr. President. This is a road leading to Nyankrom, and the state of the road is very bad, especially during rainy season. And as we all know, we are in the rainy season and the state of the road is very, very bad. Students and workers, there's the teachers too, passing here, we find it a bit difficult to pass through, especially this zone. When it's raining in the morning, you cannot pass. It's either you stain your dress or less. Some people even fell in it sometimes. So we are pleading and appealing to the district to give a helping hand.
So that's Nyankrom in the Shama district of the Western region, and we talk about this all the time, the importance of roads in our national development. We can't talk about people rising out of poverty if they have to deal with roads like this, because you need the roads to move your raw materials from one point to the other. We can't talk about industrialization, companies moving into certain communities. If we don't fix our roads, it won't be attractive for them because the time you spend producing alone will put you at a disadvantage compared to someone else in a different country or a different part of the country where their roads are fixed. Everything that has to do with commerce has to do with productivity. And if your roads are not well done, if your roads are not developed, you will always lag behind other people who have access to roads. So it's not just when it comes to students getting to go to school on time or people getting access to the marketplace on time. Even when we look at the macro level of our development, our national development, roads play a crucial part in this. And unfortunately in Ghana, when it comes to communities that contribute the most to our national development, as far as funding raw materials for us to develop, these communities are largely neglected. We spoke to the district engineer about this road last year. He gave us an extensive reason on why it is that we need to fix these roads, contracts that have been neglected over the years, and why the road is still the way it is. We're going to speak to the DCE soon, but we received another video from the same Shama district. So let's take a look at that video.
This is the wall that is causing the main problem, and this building that is being constructed. Now, as you can see, the water has to move from here, go this way. But because of these walls and the building, it doesn't go. It has to come back and fill this place. The room here, it is full of water. They have to come out, and the water is still not going because of this newly constructed building and the wall. So that is what is happening in Chaban right now.
So that's another issue with just it rains, right? And the whole entire community is flooded. So people's properties have to be washed away. People won't be able to go to work. Children won't be able to go to school just because it rained. We have the DCA of the Shama district on the line with us to really help us understand what is going on, how long these problems have been going on in the community, and why they've not been able to solve them. If you live in the Shama district and you want us to hear your thoughts as well, we want to hear from you. So please use the hashtag BreakfastDaily and the WhatsApp line 0550-585832 for us to hear what you're thinking. Good morning, Mr. Amwa.
Good morning, madam.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. And a good morning to all your listeners this morning.
Yes. Last week we spoke to the engineer of the road in Nyankrom that we talked about earlier. What can you tell us from where you sit on why this road has not been fixed?
Well, like you said, I think last year the engineer spoke a lot about it. What I can add to it is that, this Nyankrom road, which was shown on your station just a moment ago, is not a contract on its own, but a part of a lot. What I mean is that it's part of about 3 road contracts that was put together as one lot and given to one contractor. I'm talking about this Nyankrom road. I'm talking about Asama number 1 to Awulet Beach Road, and of course, Jomo to Komfreku Road. It was given to one contractor, and then the work was started anyway. But when people administration came in, there were some routes that the contract was suspicious. So this contract or these routes were part of the contract that the government decided to look into them. So that, to some extent, told the construction. Because at that time, the contractor has also not been paid for the work that he has done. So you will agree with me that before government can put in money, it needs to understand or really check whether the contract was correctly awarded. So that explains the delay in that project. As we speak, I know that some money has been paid to the contractor, but he is claiming that for the long period, probably there should be some adjustments. I am in constant engagement with Cedar Root, who are the consultant for this project. And they are saying that they are talking to the contractor and they hope that they will soon come back to site. In fact, I even had a meeting. In fact, myself, the former member of parliament, the chief of Nyankrom, the contractor, and Cedar Road engineers, we met on the road. We decided on the way forward that we should submit some documents to Accra for them to look at and then see how maybe they can bring it back to site. So that is a situation with that road. But from time to time, we've been grading it or blazing it with our grader, at least to make it a bit more trouble. But as the rain sets in, definitely there will be some of these things that will happen. But yes, I mean, it is still more trouble. But anytime it rains, you will see pockets of water on the road.
So, Mr. Amoa, you sit in the Shama district. I'm here in Accra. 2021, they told us, 2020 actually told us was a year of road, but in 2021, it's also another year of road. All of last year, I saw roads in Accra that didn't really need to be tended to being fixed in Accra. Then we look at a place like Shama that contributes to our national kitty, and there's all this bureaucracy involved with getting a road fixed that will increase the productivity of your people. How does that make you feel from where you sit, and how do your people feel when they see these problems happening and the solutions are nowhere in sight?
Yes, like you said, last year was declared a year of road. Like I said, this is an existing contract which is being considered by government. But under the year of road, some of our roads were captured and they have been awarded on contract. A road like Shama Junction to Shama Road has been awarded on contract. From Abuazi to Abuisi has been awarded on contract. From Akinyi to Abuchewi has also been awarded on contract. And also some towns, Asoku in Chaban and others. So yes, we are to some extent benefiting from the year of roads of the government. And hopefully this year, I'm sure that some of these things this bottleneck should be addressed for the contractor to come back to site to fix this road that we are talking about.
How do your people feel about this? Because from the videos we get, it seems as though they are getting tired, and we all know that even from the 2020 elections, people were kicked out of parliament because they failed to fix the roads. So if this year this road is not fixed, what are you expecting them to do?
Well, I understand that there is some level of frustration on the part of the road users, and obviously I agree with them. We are doing our best. We will still pursue this project and ensure that the contractor returns to site. In fact, I spoke with Feeder Roads and even asked about re-awarding the contract, but they were saying that because there are technicalities in the whole project, they cannot easily terminate the contract. So we will pursue it, and I know for sure that very soon this road is going to be fixed. Because I can see that most of the work, the contract work has been done, filling has been done and all that. And I'm very sure that as soon as the contractor comes to site, within a couple of months, the road will be fixed. It's less than 2 kilometers. And I believe that when the contractor returns to site, he will get it done in a very short time.
Thank you, and we'll be following up with you on this one. We also got another video from Shama about a place that had flooded. I'm sure you've had a chance to look at that video. What can you tell us about it?
Yes, honestly, what I can say about this is that, we have a lot of people who don't take the building regulations and laws seriously. We are putting up structures illegally upon all the advice, the education, the sensitization. We have slots on the radio stations where we educate people on how even to use land, how to build your house, the permits and others that you need to acquire, but they still continue to put up unauthorized structures. In some instances, our West Department has gone in to demolish some of them, but they continue to do that. Now, I think we are going to do 2 things. One is to start prosecuting them in office for illegality. And now, of course, we're also arranging for an excavator to go and demolish some of these areas to ensure that when it rains, we prevent flooding.
So this has happened, right? And we knew that the raining season was going to come. It's not something that we didn't know. Were there specific preventive measures we could have put in place to avoid this from happening? Because it's not something that just chanced on us. We knew it was going to rain, and if there are structures on the road and we don't put in place certain measures, this will be the results we'll get. What specific things did you see were done differently in your community that we still got the same results?
What I would say is that, when it comes to local government, it's participatory. We educate them, we sensitize them, and we expect them that when they see something that is wrong, they should also inform the assembly. We cannot be at every place at the same time. And some of these people, they use the cover of darkness, they use the weekends when our people are not on the phone to put on some of these structures. So sometimes I can say that we should share the blame. Because if you share a boundary with somebody and you see that a person is building on a waterway which can cause flooding to your place, you need to inform the assembly, but they won't do that. They wait until flooding comes and then we start talking about it. So we will continue to do the education. In fact, we are involving the assembly members. And interestingly, even the assembly members use the community information system to educate them, but they continue to do some of these things. So we will continue to talk about them. And like I said, when we start prosecuting some of them, I believe that it will deter people from carrying out this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Amwa. Mr. Joseph Amwa is the DCA of the Shama District. And again, hello, Mr. President, a segment dedicated solely to you. Okay, no matter where you find yourself in Ghana, your voice is important and we want to know what you're going through. So please send a 1-minute video to that email, hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com, and the WhatsApp line 0550-585832. And every Wednesday at 9:30, we'll play those videos and call on to policymakers to do right by you. We've unfortunately come to the end of Breakfast Daily. We thank you so much for staying with us. If you missed any segment of the show, please head on over to our YouTube page, CityTube, comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.